Hey, what's going on, guys? I think I got a good idea. I'm gonna do a little bonus video. It's gonna be a real short one, but it's just gonna be a spring tillage equipment tour. So let's get into it. All right, first up, we've got a 9430. It's got about a little over 4,000 hours. Got this tractor in about 2012, 2013 time range. It's got 475 horsepower, a PTO. So sometimes we pull a grain cart with it, and we pull a 40-foot Kuhn Krause 8005 accelerator vertical tillage tool. We got this about 3 years ago. We can use it on anything to prepare seed bed, and we can use it on the fall to chop up corn stalks, and we also use it to work in cover crop. Here's the inside real quick. So we've got 3 different vintages of tractors here. So I'll kind of show you how the cab changes throughout. It'll be kind of interesting. So you can see it's open right here. We got all their air conditioning, light controls, hydraulic flow, navigation through your menu and whatnot for tractor data. It's a 18-speed power shift. It's got 4 remotes. Here's the PTO switch, auto steer switch. Here's your gear selector, throttle. We run they call it a brown box on this. It's great for tillage. It'll snap you a straight line, and that's really all you need. All right, up next we've got the 9620 RX, 620 horsepower. The tractor has about 2,500 hours on it, but the engine is actually brand new. Last fall it had a little small problem. The engine failed. Deere had never seen anything like it, so we ended up getting a new engine. So that was kind of cool. So we got this tractor last fall. We traded a 9420 on it. This tractor also has a PTO, so if we ever want to run a grain cart with it, we sure can. Right now it's pulling a John Deere 2230 floating hitch 60-foot 6-inch field cultivator. This is the biggest piece of equipment we have ever had. It's 60 feet. It's just huge, and this tractor can fly 10 mile an hour with it, so that's really awesome. All right, so we're inside. As you can tell, the cab is more roomy, but it's not quite as good for visibility. You got this big thing here, big stack, another big exhaust. So you kind of make up in some spots and lose in others. It's got a nice steering wheel, leather. So over here, we've got what they call a 4600 display, and this basically runs everything on the tractor, air conditioning, all the tractor data, auto steer, all that good stuff. Down here, we've got another 18-speed power shift, but this has the speed dial on it, and it's got a 1 and 2 gear selection. If you want to turn around in a headland, you can slow down. Here's the auto steer button, 5 remotes. I really don't know what these are, to be honest. Here's your diff lock, here's your throttle, a couple different modes, PTO switch, and you can also run your air conditioning from here, but you can also do it on there. So this is actually the first R-Series tractor we've ever had, and I will say they are super comfortable, a lot of creature comforts, really nice when you're out in the field. It takes a lot of the fatigue out. Overall, we've been super satisfied with this thing. We went from 475 horsepower on the 9420 up to now 620. So we can definitely feel it. All right, last but certainly not least, we've got a 9420. This has got almost 7,000 hours on it. Got this tractor quite a bit ago. We've had it for a very long time. I want to say almost 15 years. It has been great. I mean, I remember running this thing when I was on the grain cart when I was little. So it's also got a PTO. Its main job in the spring is running this Blue Jet AT6020 24 knife and hydrous bar. We like running the 2-track on it because when you're changing out tanks every 20 to 40 acres, you're getting in and out a lot. So it's kind of nice to have the steps. All right, so now we're inside the 9420. See my foot's hitting the side. It's same on the 9430. So this is a kind of a mid 2000s vintage year. So you can see it's got this big thing here instead of it being open. Kind of has the same controls as a 9430 up here as well as here. This also got 4 remotes, PTO, 18-speed power shift, but these tractors only go about 22 mile an hour. We use this tractor in the fall on a grain cart a lot, and I don't know what it is about this tractor, but one's got a special place in my heart. I've ran quite a bit of hours on this machine on the grain cart, and I got in here and it had that smell to it, and I was like, oh man, I can smell fall and harvest. So, yep. All right, guys, there you have it. There's spring tillage crew all the way from mid 2000s up to 2016. So you can obviously see we've got a 2-track machine, a 4-track machine, and a 4-wheel drive wheeled machine. Now, what I love about this is we can get a direct comparison between the 3 types of tractors, large tractors that John Deere makes, and I've ran each one pretty good amount, and I gotta tell you guys, it's probably not a surprise, but the 620 4-track easily takes the cake. It rides so smooth. It's got a lot of power. These tracks delivered a lot of the power to the ground. You don't get any power hop. Second place is really kind of complicated. Part of me leans towards the 2-track just because it's a little more versatile, as far as it pulls a little better. You don't get the power hop, but it's not very good in wet conditions, and it's not very good on hard ground. When comparing the 2-track versus the 4-wheel drive wheeled, it really depends on the condition. If I had to choose one or the other, I would put this ahead for grain cart, and that's probably it. I think the 4-wheel drive wheeled are better on the grain cart. They're a little better in wet conditions, but for any kind of tillage, I would put the 2-track ahead of this. So second place is up to a discrepancy. It depends on what you're doing. So thanks for watching. See you in the funnies.